Lawless, your host for Wild West Diversity, where we tell the rarely and untold stories of multicultural contributions to the settling of the American Wild West. Each Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be sharing a historical legend and a living legend. Someone from history and someone living that Western lifestyle today, keeping it alive for the future generation. We hope you'll join us on Thursday. If not, we'll see you on the trail. Hello, this is Liz Lawless, your host for Wild West Diversity. And yes, we got a little cold weather here in Dallas today. We're not used to that, but we got a few snow sprinkles. So instead of wearing my cowboy hat or not wearing a hat, I'm wearing my fur hat. This is actually one of my mother's hats. She was a big hat wearer. She wore a hat every Sunday to church, and she had lots of hats. My grandmother and my aunt would buy her a hat every year for Easter or Mother's Day. And so luckily, I inherited those things. So this not only has memories for me, it's an honor for me to wear this in honor of my mother. But today, Wild West Diversity, episode 44. So we are just so excited to have gotten in 44 shows during this past year. We started a few weeks late, and obviously we had a couple of weeks when it was holidays or some things were going on, and or we had some tech difficulties, but we're here. We're live streaming. This live stream goes out on 3 platforms every Thursday at 5 p.m. We're talking about our living legends and interviewing those people keeping our Western heritage alive. And as most of you know, we talk about the rarely and untold stories of the American Wild West that most people don't know about. So those multicultural stories, those African, Hispanic, Native American, European, even Asian stories that people don't know. So that's what we do here on this show. We pull the audio down after each show, and it goes out to our podcast channels. So if you're a podcast listener, you can find us on 11 different channels. Surely you can find one that you like: Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. I mean, we're on all those platforms. So go check us out there, and go listen to these 43 episodes that we've already done, because they're great interviews with wonderful people. And so I hope you'll check that out. I hope you'll go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. We still need subscribers. You can do that on YouTube at Wild West Diversity, WILDWEST DIVERSITY, Wild West Diversity. So check that out. We also have our e-newsletter that we're going to be adding more to after the first of the year. We hope to do a weekly article there as well. And sometimes that'll be about who's going to be on the show. Sometimes it'll be about one of our historical characters. There may be some narration, maybe some other audio past interviews that we've done with wonderful legends. So be sure to check that out at wildwestdiversity.com. You do have to put your email address in, and then you can choose none. Or if you want to support our multicultural Western history and this education of people, you can do that for maybe a meal a month, basically. For a nice meal out, you can join and pay monthly or annually and support us that way if you want to. So we hope you'll also share with your friends. So we are supposed to be talking to bull rider, our living legend bull rider, Danell Tipton today, but Danell got caught up. Danell is a police officer in his real life, and he got caught up at work here this afternoon, taking care of some people. And so we are not going to see him today. We will try to get him on back next week. We'll try to see if that works out for him for the schedule. And so today I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we've got coming up after the first of the year. I've talked about those past great shows: Jose Hernandez, Tino Martinez. We also had a lot of our Cowboys of Color: Kevin Woodson, Harlan and Charles Hearn, as you know, taking over the rodeo. Harlan and his brothers are for Cowboys of Color. We've talked about a lot about Cleo Hearn, our founder of the Cowboys of Color Rodeo, who was recently inducted into the National Cowboy Museum and Hall of Fame there in Oklahoma City. and he'll be inducted into the Texas Museum and Hall of Fame here in Fort Worth in March, the first weekend in March. So a lot of allocates going out there, well deserved awards that Cleo is receiving for his contribution over these last 50 years. He's been producing rodeos for 50 years, and we'll be having a legacy rodeo in 23 about that. And then obviously, and he's been roping for 70 years. So he roped as a calf roper for 70 years and was the first African American to win a calf roping championship. So we're proud of that. Grew up in Oklahoma, so being there at the National Cowboy Museum and Hall of Fame, Rodeo Hall of Fame, is a great honor, and that kind of was like coming home for him. So we appreciate that. And we'll be talking to Danell, who's from Spencer, Oklahoma, just down the road from Oklahoma City. So Danell been one of our great bull riders, our champions over the years with Cowboys of Color, with the IPRA, with the PRCA, PBR. He has competed all across the country in rodeos and done very well. He also is a bulldogger, or what we call a steer wrestler. So we'll look forward to talking to Danell next week if he can work that out. If not, we'll catch him sometime in January or February. But coming up, we also have some great living legends, and we'll be talking a little bit more about some of our historical legends. But we'll be talking with Alex Ewings. Alex is actually a fashion designer, and so he's creating a legacy collection for us. We'll be rolling that out, talking more about that when he's on the show here in February. Alex grew up in Tulsa and Dallas, kind of in between. His all his cousins and family rodeoed with Cowboys Color Rodeo, and he grew up around ranching and rodeoing, even though he didn't compete himself. But he understands that lifestyle. He's currently married. His wife's family were ranchers here in Texas for years, and so they have a family, a ranch here in Texas as well. So be interesting to talk about Alex and his experience and his cross-cultural experience and crossover experience. In addition to Alex, we'll be talking to the Diaz family. They're a fifth, sixth generation Charo, Charo of the Heart. Geraldo Diaz is the father right now. His grandfather and his great grandfather competed as Charos and put on Mexican rodeos. And Jerry's continued that tradition, him and his wife. And his wife was an equestrian. Her family was equestrian family. And they performed for years. And she's a wonderful horsewoman herself, horse trainer and acrobat on horseback. And so now Nick's coming along. Their son is just won some championships in some horse training and things. And so he is also a Mexican Charo like his father, and a great horseman and trainer as well. And competes in addition to entertaining. So we hope to have the whole family on with us sometimes here in January or February. We'll also be talking to some of our other cowboys and cowgirls. We'll try to have some other cowgirls on. We'll be at the rodeo in Fort Worth, Texas on Martin Luther King Day. That's January 16th. We'll be at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, and you can just Google that and get tickets to that. That is going to be a 2:00 matinee, so that'll be from 2 to 4. It's in the afternoon because most children are out of school for Martin Luther King Day, federal holiday. The post office, the banks, everybody will be closed. So we have that rodeo there on that Monday, and actually the Diaz family will be putting on the Mexican rodeo on Sunday. So you might want to come Sunday and Monday if you can. Make a weekend of it, or if you got family coming in from out of town to come to the rodeo, Fort Worth is a great place to do that. Because in addition to the rodeo, they've got the fairgrounds open, they've got an expo going on in one of the buildings, and then they've got horse shows, and they've got competitions, FFA competitions with the kids. The students are bringing their animals that they've raised over the past year or so, and they give out hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of scholarship money every year. And so that is the oldest indoor rodeo in the country over there at Fort Worth, Texas. So we're glad to be a part of that. And we've had that relationship. We're going on 11 or 12 years now. So come see us in Fort Worth. And so it's the holidays. It's Christmas is coming up wherever you're at. If you're in the United States, where we are, Christmas is Sunday, and so people are out shopping and doing their last minute getting things together for families. But we know that not everybody is joyful at the holidays. We've lost a lot of people over the past year. We've lost family, we've lost friends, we've lost celebrities. And so we need to, we need to be kind and gentle with each other, with ourselves, and with other people, and be loving. We need to check on people. Monday night, my adopted father died. We've been friends for 58 years, I guess. His son and I, Michael, went to kindergarten together. And so basically later on, him and his lovely wife, Betty, became our den mother. So George Lashy, lost him this week, 84. My, like you say, adopted father, I probably spent hundreds of thousands of hours at their house. I probably spent more time at their house than I did at my house. But anyway, we have some great memories, and I'm grateful for those memories, and I'm grateful for those loved ones. But we know that this is not going to be a great Christmas for all families because of the loss of the loved ones in their lives close to them. So be gentle with yourself, as my producer Russ would say. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And especially during this time of the holidays when people are rushing around, people are standing in line. Maybe people aren't thinking as much. People are frustrated. Try to give people a little space and a little room to to maneuver, and count to 10 or think twice before you say something maybe that you wish you hadn't have said. So um, hold your family tight and your friends close, and call people and tell them that you love them, because um, we never know. We don't know what the next day is going to bring, and none of us are promised any days, but we hope that we use the days well that we have. I hope that you're doing something that you enjoy, something you're creative about. We have created this show here because we love Western history, and we want to educate people about the stories of these people who were ordinary people like you and I, who did extraordinary things and lived extraordinary lives because of their choices. And we can do the same. We can make choices every day. We can choose to be joyful and happy. We can choose to move forward. We can choose to grieve. We can choose to be sad. We can feel our emotions. But we also need to pick up and just keep going, because we never know the experience that we're going to have, and how our life is going to touch somebody else's lives. And today, with communication like it is and the internet, we have the wonderful opportunity to connect with people all over the world. So people celebrate in different ways and different times and different places. And so we want to honor all of those celebrations of our friends and our families and our connections across the world. So be safe this holiday season coming into the new year. I hope that you have some goals or intentions. My intention is creative joy and listening. I want to try to listen more than I have in the past. But take some time in the next couple weeks and really sit down and think about how you would like to spend your time in 2023. Can't talk today. But take a little time and see what you can do and see how you can help other people. Um, and write that down, because there's just something about writing it down that makes it real. So I'll hope you'll do that. Like you say, Danell got caught up at work, so we're sorry to miss him today, but we will get with him and schedule him for next week if that works. If not, we'll see him sometime after the first of the year. And so this is Liz Lawless. I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, a happy New Year. Be safe out there. Take care. Have some patience. Have some kindness, not only for yourself, but for others. And just enjoy this time, and take a few minutes and be grateful. Be grateful and list 3 things every day that you're grateful for. If you start off your day like that and end your day like that, then you always have a good day. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for joining us on our show here at Wild West Diversity. We hope you'll go back and look at our episodes. You'll subscribe on our YouTube channel, punch the red button. Sometimes it's black, but I think most of the time it's red. YouTube.com, and it's at Wild West Diversity. You also can catch our other show about authors on Tuesdays at 5, but this show is every Thursday at 5 p.m. If we don't see you here at 5 p.m., we'll see you on the trail. Thanks so much. Have a great year. Thanks for 2022, and we'll see you again next week, next Thursday. We'll see you, and then we'll be into the new year. So we hope you'll join us then too. Hello, this is Liz Lawless, your host for Wild West Diversity, where we tell the rarely and untold stories of multicultural contributions to the settling of the American Wild West. Each Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be sharing a historical legend and a living legend. Someone from history and someone living that Western lifestyle today, keeping it alive for the future generation. We hope you'll join us on Thursday. If not, we'll see you on the trail.